Shall I start, sir?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Kapil Gupta. I am Machine Tools pass out 1997. And today I'm going to talk about an industry which is called Trenchless technology. In this industry, I have been working since I have passed out. So I am experienced in around more than 22 plus year in this industry.
Sorry, Kapil, Upendra here. Can you put this into presentation mode?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Is it okay, sir?
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
Okay. So I've been working in this industry since 22 years. So I have trained so many people in this industry, which is different aspects like it is drilling, it is boring, it is so many things, which inclusive of trenchless technology. So right now I'm running my own company, which is called Varesh Enterprises, and I'm doing and taking a lot of SDD projects, horizontal directional drilling projects, and drilling under river and install pipeline for oil and gas. So before that, I've been an acting general manager with Trenchless Engineering Services Private Limited since 2004. I have started that company with one of my friend and took it up to the very high level. Say, it has become one of the top companies in Asian subcontinent. Before that, I was working with Charrington Asia Limited. That was innovator of this technology. Mr. Martin Charrington, he started this technology in 1964. And I've been working with his son, William Charrington, from 1997 to 2003. I have learned so many things from him. I have worked with so many clients, pretty much all the clients which are laying pipelines for oil and gas in India and Bangladesh and Madagascar and so many countries. So this is a brief introduction about trenchless technology for installation of pipelines under river, canals, creeks, road, highways. There are so many obstacles which need to be crossed without digging them, without creating obstacle to them. Just like I can take an example, if some public sector company like Indian Oil or GAIL has to lay a pipeline from Jamnagar to Loni or Kandla to Bhatinda or so many places, means from some refinery to some kind of delivery station, they have to lay a pipeline. The earlier methods were cut and cover methods. So they have to take open the trench, excavate the trench and lay the pipeline even under the river, even under the highways. They have to stop the highways or railway work to do that jobs. But right now the technology is available, which is creating very less hindrance to that kind of traffic, or you can say without disturbing the traffics and all. So there are various kind of methods which is cover under trenchless technology. So these various methods are used depending upon their utility. Just like box pushing is there, auger boring, pipe ramming, pipe jacking, micro tunneling, and pipe busting. So I'm going to explain a little bit about these technologies. This is horizontal directional drilling. We drill under river and install pipeline for oil and gas, especially in this technology. This is, I think everybody has seen nowadays this kind of machinery standing on the roads nearby and installing the cables, the ducts, OFC ducts and all. So this is the bigger machines. That machines which are working under nearby the roads are 10 to 15 ton or 18 ton. So the machine I am talking about is 100 ton, 200 ton or 500 ton capacity. This horizontal direction drilling, SDD, is maximum use for longer or medium range of under river pipelines. So it can install 100 meter to 2500 meter in a single shot. Like we can place the machine at one place and drill up to 2.5 kilometers in a single shot. While the world record is 5200 meter in a single shot, 5 kilometers, like at starting from one place only, sitting at one place only, they drilled 5.2 kilometers and installed 2 pipelines in Hong Kong. The, of course, as we go longer, the cost will be higher. Like for laying this kind of only 5.2 kilometer pipeline, the cost was around $165 million. So pipe dia we can install with this technology is 4 inches to 80 inches. We can install OFC cable, SDP ducts, MS pipes. Can install pipe depth range up to 1 meter to 150 or even 200 meters. Used mainly for oil and gas pipelines. But majorly nowadays it is being used for OFC cables and started for sewerage and water and power cable also. This is the other technology which is called box pushing. You might have aware about the railway crossings, like there is a culvert underneath the railway crossings or highways. So without stopping the railway traffic, we can install this concrete box. This is called precast concrete boxes, which is like casted on the job site at one place and push it underneath the railways with the help of hydraulic jacks. So this kind of pictures are from the original side. In the first top picture, you can see the railway is there and their precast concrete, this box is already been casted. In the second thing, you can see that blue color jacks. So this has been, is being pushed under the railways. So this is, of course, most of the time it is used for laying subways under running railways. Box size may vary from 1 meter to 1 meter to 8 meters to 8 meter size. Length varies from 15 to 50, 60 meters or maximum by 100 meters. Only RCC box needs to be installed. Need to cast RCC platform to take the load of, pushing load of this kind of boxes or this kind of concrete box. We need to make a platform so that it can take the load of pushing. Most of the work done in India is manually, while in China there are machineries nowadays. They can install that machinery, it can cut mechanically and drive through, and we can push the concrete box behind that tool. This is auger boring. This is another raw form of trenchless technology, which is used to do a cased crossing under railways and highways to install pipeline, oil and gas pipelines. So the disadvantage or advantage is this, like this is very cheap method to install the pipelines. On most of the time, cased crossings are used. Means highways and railways usually don't allow to install the product pipeline directly. In case of maintenance, they always prefer to have a casing first and then install a pipeline under the inside the casing. So dia range is 12 inches to 60 inches, length up to from 10 meters to 50, 60 meters only. But it is very raw form of trenchless technology. So accuracy is not there. Line and grade, we cannot manage. You never know, you are starting from at one level and you are coming out on the other side of different, maybe up or down or left or right. So it is just a raw form of technology. Soil remover, the soil we cut usually comes through the mechanical augers from the pipes, inside the pipes. Ground condition must be dry. In SDD, the ground condition doesn't matter. The water table may be higher because most of the river places are like high of groundwater table. So in this auger boring, the ground condition must be dry. This is another form of trenchless technology, which is called pipe ramming. These kind of hammers, pneumatic hammers, is being used to hammer the pipe inside the ground. So this pneumatic hammer keep on hammering with the force of say 200 ton, or maybe it depends upon the size of the hammer and the pipeline. It can go up to maybe 2000 ton of force. So soil cuts and come inside the pipe only, just like it is shown in the illustration. So it's a pneumatic kind of technology. We use compressors for this. Case crossing for short length road and railway, 12 inch to 60 inch, length up to 50, 60 meters only. MS, heavy wall thickness MS pipe is being installed because lot of load is given by these hammers. Usually cased crossing, where line and grade accuracy is not required. Spoil removal is by pigging. Like we, after installing the pipeline, we install a pig and clean the pipe. Ground condition must be dry for this technology also. This is another technology which is called pipe jacking. This is a manual excavation method. Like we have to install a pit on both sides and install the machine here and keep on pushing the pipe. The manual labor is keep on excavating from the in front of the ground and keep on pushing the pipe. So they are taking out the muck from the pipe only by labor. You can see here in this pipe, they are bringing out the cuttings and taking out of the hole. This is also most of the time it is used for case crossing. Dia must be bigger than 24 inches because there should be a man entry pipe. Labor is going inside the pipe and digging by hand manually. So it should be more than 24 inches first. And from 10 meter to 100 meter length can be achieved with this method. RCC pipe, MS pipe can be installed. It can be used for, mostly it is used for water and sewerage pipeline with the dry water table condition. There should not be water table, groundwater table. And spoil remover is by manual labor only. This is another technology which is called micro tunneling. Mostly it is used for laying sewer line where line and grade accuracy is required, and most of the time it is used where very high water table is there, like slurry condition, you can say, very high water table. So it's earth pressure balancing machines which keep on maintaining the line and grade even in the slush kind of soil, like very soft soil also. Very high accuracy is there by where gravity flow of sewers are there. It is being used there. Unstable ground condition like cobbles, gravels, boulders type of condition, micro tunneling is successful in that kind of ground. From 400 mm to 4000 mm diameter pipeline can be installed. With MS pipe, concrete pipe, any kind of pipe can be installed with this technology. Maximum length can be up to 500 meter in a single shaft, from a single shaft. This is tunneling. These days it is very popular in metros, and especially you might have heard about the this is the earlier method where the excavation was there. The equipment is going there and it is excavating manually and doing the tunnel thing. And nowadays, this kind of machinery is being used to make a tunnel bore like this. So it is a very fast method. Maybe from conventional method, it is maybe 100 times faster. So this is the actual kind of machine, which may be a 400 meter long machine only. So it has everything in it. So metro tunnel, most of the tunnels where typical conditions are there, underground conditions, maybe some water table is there, maybe some cobble or unstable ground condition is there, it is being used there. So from 1.7 meter diameter to 19 meter diameter, this is the maximum diameter in the world, which is the tunnel boring machine is made of till now. World longest tunnel underwater, which is called Tunnel Tunnel from Paris to London. That 38-kilometer underwater is installed by this technology only. Part of world's longest railway tunnel was constructed by this technology only, which is Germany to Switzerland railway line, 57-kilometer long. This is installed by tunneling only. This is another method which is called pipe busting, where it is being used to rehabilitation of the sewer line pipeline. Sewer line are laid in Delhi or in metro cities, maybe 100-year-old sewer line are there, and most of them are chalked. So they, rather than laying new pipeline, what they do, they install this tool, they bust that pipeline, they break that pipe and install new one behind that pipe. So it is a replacement technique of existing pipelines. Pneumatic and hydraulic winch type of machines are there. 50 mm to 800 mm diameter pipeline can be busted or installed. Maximum length up to 200 meter in one go can be installed. Like they usually take from manhole to manhole, but maximum can go up to 200 meters. So manhole to manhole distance is maybe around 30 meters. So this is another technique to replace the pipelines for sewer line. So based on the requirement, the technology is being used, and install the hire the contractor according to the requirements. So if I have time, I can explain a little bit about why horizontal direction drilling under rivers. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Crystal clear.
Yep.
So why SDD is installed? Because it has a variety of uses. Like we can install SDP pipe, steel pipe, like signal lines, OFC ducts. You can say any kind of pipe except ductile iron or concrete pipe. It can be installed with this one. Like we can install directly the OFC also. We can install directly cables, electrical cable also. This is any kind of soil except boulders and gravels like sand, clay, silt, hard rock. It can drill through. Soil formation can be. So why it is required actually, the SDD? This cut and cover method were risky, and say if it is laying on the bed level of the river or sea, so there are always chance of rusting as well as anchoring. If safe is there, she sees the ship is coming over there and install his anchor, so it can always hit the pipeline. So always chances of sabotage of pipelines or damaging of the pipelines, which will definitely harm environmentally as well as loss to the clients. So pipeline can be exposed. Say most of the rivers are changing course, so it can expose from the bank of the pipeline if it is on the maybe one usual installation depth is 1.5 to 2 meter depth from the ground level, and as we are installing is deeper, installing the pipeline very deep, say depending upon this cover level of the river. So they usually take the data, hydrological data from the rivers authorities, and see in how many years that kind of soil will erode from there, or change if there is a chances of a river to change its path. So they will ask us to design the pipeline according to the say the life should be minimum 50 years. So we design the pipeline how at what depth we need to install, depending upon their maximum depth installation. So pipe can always be exposed, which can be avoided by SDD installation. This is the brief methodology. So it consists of 3 stages first, like it's a design, mobilization, and drilling. Depending upon the soil data, pipeline specification, their depth requirement, or any other specific requirement, we design the crossing profile, like at what radius of curvature we have to install the pipeline, at what length we will, minimum length requirement to do the SDD. So this kind of river profile we usually make. This is the river profile, and based on this and the depth requirement, we design a pipeline profile which is going in a arc position. Like we are installing a machine here and drilling like this, and coming out of this. So in this this design, we take care of the tensile strength of the pipeline, so that we can see what kind of radius we can give to the pipe, because it is going in a curvature. This kind of design we see all the parameters of the pipeline, and take all the stresses in consideration, so that it will not damage the pipe during installation as well as after installation. It should not damage. So we take all the parameters in consideration and do the design part, and of course calculate the pulling load. So if it is a 100-meter pipe of 30-inch diameter, if it is coming a load of say 50 ton in pulling, so we take a factor of safety of 1.5 times and deploy the rig of say 75 tons to do that job. This is of course project scheduling is there, and then after different kind of modular, like this is the drilling rig, this is the axis of drilling. These are the drill pipe, which is usually depend upon the lengths of the drill rig. So it starts from 4.5 meters to 9 meter, standard 9.5 meter drill pipes. So this is mud tank. We use fresh mud like bentonite powder to do the drilling hole and sustain the hole. Say this is the pilot hole. We are doing the this is the virgin ground, and we are making a pilot hole first. So depending upon the design, what design we have made and what depth we need to achieve. So we are making a pilot hole. Once the pilot hole is complete, we enlarge the hole in different stages, which is called reaming process. And then after, of course, we will pull the pipe inside the reamed hole or bigger size hole, which is already pre-welded on the other side of the river. This way, just like this. This is the rig side. We have installed the rig on the one side of the river, and we are drilling like this. This is a jet bit. Oh, video is not playing. Okay. So this is the jet pit where mud is coming out with the pressure, maybe of say 2000 psi, and most of the time we pump this mud maybe 400 GPM volume, and at the rate of around 15 to 2000 psi, depending upon the soil condition. So from the virgin ground, we follow the design path and come out of the another side of the river. This is the guidance system, like it's a virgin ground. So we have a guidance tool, which is called tensor or paratrack. It's a like magnetic guiding system, which is being installed in the lead piece of the drilling head. And we keep on calculating all the data, which is in reference of the Earth's north to south, Earth's magnetic pole, Earth's true north. So we keep on calculating the data so that we can come out of the exact design, whatever we have done, we have given to the client. We can achieve the exact depth, and we can achieve the exact line, follow the exact line. So this is kind of tools, which is called probe. This installed in the lead piece of the drill head, and we keep on checking the data sitting with the driller. Like we can see there is a flag here, and we are coming out of the ground exactly on the flag. So this is the reaming process, enlarging the hole. we have started from this kind of small hole, maybe 6 inches to 9 inches, and then after we are enlarging it to 18 inch, maybe 24 inch, then 30 inch, 36 inch, 42 inch, 48 inch. Like we have calculated the steps which can be easily reamed. So this is pulling of the pipeline. This is the pre-welded pipeline on the other side of the river, and we are giving it a certain angle, on which angle we have come out of the ground, and we are pulling this pipe with the help of this machine. So we request every client to plan. Nowadays, every client is very educated, and most of the clients are giving us what length we need to install. Earlier, we need to do most of the designs. So now they are doing every cross-section area and giving every information, and it is easier for us to giving the right prices of the SDD. So best way to cross a river is by under it. For any further queries, you can always contact me. Thank you very much. For any questions.
Thank you, Kapil ji. Very nice presentation. Now the session is open for questions.
Kapil sir,
Yes, sir.
very nice presentation. Good evening. This is Hitesh Kalra. I just wanted to ask you regarding this designing.
Yes, sir.
Is the selection of the material is also under your scope, or is it the same material as it is being used by the pipeline owner advise the material, raw material?
Pipeline owner advise the material. They give us the pipeline specification. This is X60 pipeline. It this much of thickness.
65, 75, or whatever the main pipeline. Your design is the same, exactly the same.
That only. Yes.
Okay.
So, Kapil, this is Kapil Singhal. So, the question may be slightly off from this track, but normally, if it's when you were talking about the example of Jamnagar refinery to give to their distribution center, so if the private entity is doing this pipeline, so the approvals and all, and put things across in India, it is viable. The chemical industry and the petroleum industry, they use the pipeline very often, or how is it?
Yes. Nowadays, they are trying to avoid all kind of road transportation. So most of the places they are trying to cover with this pipeline only. So they are making a big grid. Hitesh might be knowing nowadays a lot of pipeline.
Api.
Yeah.
So,
thanks.
I think piping, as far as I know, is very, very prevalent, at least in the petroleum industry. So, most of the fuel and liquids are now transported through the piping only.
Exactly.
Sorry, I missed that because signal were gone. So regarding this cross-country pipeline, it's very, very often in the industry. It's very cross-country pipeline from east to west, west to north. Everywhere it's cross-country pipeline is going, and everywhere road cuts, river cut, and many road cuts and many river cuts comes in the line. I also worked for cross-country pipeline in 2001 and 2003. How is the project TAPI going on, Kapil?
Project TAPI. Exactly, precisely. बताइए कौन सा वाला project किसको मिला हुआ है?
Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India cross-country that pipeline, which is coming through the sea also.
हाँ, बीच में start हुआ था, उसकी कुछ खबरें आई थी, लेकिन I don't know the exact status now. अभी status नहीं पता मेरे को.
अभी नहीं है पता. Okay.
तो contractors ने शुरू किया था, बातचीत हुई थी उस बारे में, लेकिन अभी latest status नहीं पता मेरे को उसका.
Okay. तो और वो हल्दिया और इधर वेस्टर्न कोस्ट तक पाइपलाइन आने का that is on और it is not yet.
वो ऑन है. उसमें तो बहुत सारी पाइपलाइन ऑलरेडी निकली हुई हैं जो कि कनेक्शन में लाइक फेजेस वाइज चल रही हैं ऑलरेडी.
राइट. ओके.
वहां तो पूरा उड़ीसा इज लाइक पूरा कवर हो गया पाइपलाइन से, वो तो उड़ीसा से तो.
अच्छा. ओके. राइट.
like पारादीप से लेकर हल्दिया, पारादीप से बरौनी, पारादीप से at so many places, विजयवाड़ा, पारादीप से गोवा, मैंगलोर, बैंगलोर, पूरा पूरा कोच्चि सब कवर कर दिया इन लोगों ने.
Okay, एक क्वेश्चन हो रहा है लास्ट. While you are like crossing the river or maybe sometimes sea also, so your pipe doesn't come in contact with river anytime. कभी भी आता नहीं है या sea के कभी आता नहीं है उनके?
नहीं आता सर.
और नहीं आता कभी. और have you seen any pipeline burst issue with your own eyes? कभी देखा है आपने? न्यूज में तो बहुत आते हैं.
हाँ, मैंने अपनी आंखों से नहीं देखा, लेकिन जिस जगह पर पाइपलाइन बस्ट हुए हैं वो एप्लीकेशंस पे मैंने काम किया है. जैसे
That is due to corrosion.
असम में जैसे उल्फा का काफी चलन था पहले. उल्फा काफी वो था. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड्स वहां पर मैं तो 1997 में जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया था कंपनी को, उसी टाइम ही अल्फा ने बॉम्ब लगा के पाइपलाइन को रिवर के किनारे से उड़ा दिया था.
नहीं, उसके अलावा करोजन का जैसे साउथ में हो गया था, पाइपलाइन बस्ट हो गया था.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
तो वो उसका नहीं देखा. ये तो टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटी होगी ना.
हाँ, नर्मदा पे देखा है. वहां भी उसमें क्या था, वो ड्रिलिंग कर रहे थे ऑफशोर, मतलब यहाँ पर नर्मदा के किनारे पर, तो वो पाइपलाइन बस्ट हो गई थी. वो मैंने अपनी आंखों से नहीं देखा, लेकिन वहां काम किया. उस पाइपलाइन को मैंने डाला था बाद में वहां.
Since you are in this line, so कभी corrosion issue आए तो let me know.
अच्छा सर, सीपी करवाते हैं सर.
नहीं sir, I suggest the material actually.
ओके.
मैं हल्दिया में पारादीप में काफी जगह काम कर रहा हूँ ऑलरेडी.
ओके सर.
ऑन corrosion.
ठीक है सर. We'll be in touch for this.
Any more
Right,
query
sir.
from participant sides? Any more query from participant side? Thank you, Kapil ji, for this very nice presentation.
Thanks a lot, sir.
And thank you, ji. And now we are having our next presenter, Vishal Abrol ji.
So Nikhil ji, I will take up after Vishal, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Is Vishal, because
yes, hello, am I audible?
yeah, Vishal. Vishal, you there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just trying to share the screen.